We got the chicken.
Where's the Daniel?
Well, he's actually he's right here.
I know I messed up the quote. I got the flag. Give me the chicken. He was so...
I got the chicken. Give me... Oh, wait.
In this part, we're heading off to the Scarecrow Fields, which, if you came here before getting the enchanted sword, oh boy.
Nothing good, at least.
Or is it wheat?
Whatever it is, don't walk into it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, back when we were talking about the frogs, the toads or whatever in the last part, another thing in the bestiary is that, like, it's mentioned like 5 or 6 times in this game, but they do not want you licking frogs.
Well, it's good that you don't have a tongue to lick them. Oh yeah, no, those scarecrows are going to be the bane of your existence if you didn't do that whole ant side quest sooner.
They hide out on the left side over there on that fence. But yeah, they have a lot of health and they can deal rapid amounts of damage.
And what's more, you heard what she said in her first sentence, right? They're almost unstoppable, so don't be a hero. Which means if you don't stop them, you're not getting the chalice.
Yep. So
Like so.
you need that you need to stop them to get the percentage, which little fun little details like that. Also, these crows suck, and oh gosh.
Oh my goodness!
And there's these guys that keep popping out of the haystacks.
I
also
love.
I do like the music of this place though in particular. I love the manic sense of chaos of oh geez, everything's gone horribly awry.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Done.
I was just gonna say I freaking love the design of the skinnier scarecrows. Those are so cool.
Oh yeah. These aren't scarecrows. These are in particular. These are just farmers,
I was talking about the ones that you saw firsthand, the skinnier ones.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, the ones that will rip you to shreds.
Yeah, we'll be seeing more of those, and more imps have apparently been taking... I don't even know how that piece of mech over there was supposed to be a farming equipment. I feel like it's more that the imps just grabbed a bunch of metal and all just kind of cobbled it together, but...
Yeah, they could.
Yes.
You don't know.
But yeah, when dealing with particularly fast-moving enemies like the Scarecrows, you're going to see me pull off the maneuver of quickly swap to the sword, dispatch them, and quickly swap back so I can preserve as much of that energy throughout this game as I can. Otherwise, it costs a pretty penny to recharge it.
You know, having to worry about that whole sword slay, the fact that it only has a limited amount of enchantedness, makes you wish you had something where it was enchanted all the time. Well, stay tuned.
Boy, wouldn't that be great? So we're just gonna wait. I know there's another guy in here.
Kaboom! Oh, I was holding my breath. My God.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, jeez.
You make that alcohol, and just imagine, like, Sir Dan holds the guitar in his arm, it's charging with energy.
It just goes nuts every time. Okay, I'm gonna take.
I could actually see Sir Dan pulling off some sort of elf.
What is that?
That's an elf.
Yeah, the Mickey. Ooh.
Well, I didn't take this into account.
An imp.
Hello, imp. Get out of
there!
there!
Exposed.
So we'll just shoot in the back of the head.
Hey, timber!
Nice. That'll give us the moon rune to get inside the house, which will hopefully have the earth rune. On we go. I do like these little, for the most part, except for maybe 1 or 2 levels. I do like the dens.
Oh boy!
Kill some of these bats.
Oh, nuts.
I do. Get out of here! I do like the.
Seeing him, he's just like frantically swinging his sword, like.
Yeah, I do like the densely packed levels with like a lot of stuff to find and little nooks and crannies. Otherwise, again, I know people were complaining about the combat. I still love the idea of thinking of, yeah, of course Dan doesn't know any cool combos or like sick finisher moves. He's Dan.
Yeah, I like that concept as well.
He's just swinging wildly and hoping for the best. Excuse me. Uh-oh, jeez. And yes, if as Caddy also talked about, as I'm sure may or may not. Oh, jeez.
Ooh, silver ship. Oh, that actually does remind me. Scarecrow Fields is not very pleasant for those that do not own a PS4 Pro.
Yeah, as shown right there. Yeah, sometimes trying to render a lot can. Do not adjust your YouTube. That is just what happens on base.
That's
PS4.
another thing. That is another common complaint I've heard about the game is that the performance is very inconsistent.
It's only in certain angles and with certain rendering, like right there. On most stages, you'll almost never see it happen. Like
At the very worst, it's only really in Scarecrow Fields where it becomes very apparent.
And I think it's because I blame it on the fact that there aren't like there are barely any walls. Everything is super open, so it has to render everything at once.
Not to mention all those
Careful.
fields of wheat, which you should not jump into for the life of you.
Or be anywhere near, because you were like very close.
You can see them popping up every so often, but yeah, there are creeper thingies in there that the second you set foot in that... okay, I should not say the second.
Basically, if so much as a single inch of you touches it, it'll trigger the imp to go for you.
But if you move away...
And the worst part is that if you wanted to try to tempt fate and actually go into the... Well, actually, before we get more into that, we're about to free a friend.
Oh boy.
Freedom! This is the kindly king snake. I don't know what its name is, but this is a kind king
Kumatora,
snake.
I think.
I think so, but I feel like Kumatora is something else. But yeah, this is a friendly snake that will destroy everything for me.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Everything except for the creepers and the wheat.
Yeah, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like the taste of it. Yeah, it's very strong, so it lasts for a little while. So I'm just gonna have him join me, help farm some of these enemies for me. But anyway, what was I gonna say?
I love how erratic he moves.
If you touch the corn and like leave like very quickly, you should be fine. But yeah, this is definitely like to keep you out from just roaming freely.
Not to, yeah.
They will,
I was actually about to say earlier that I mean, yeah, there's a whole matter of the creepers being in there. Your mobility is also hampered when you're actually inside the stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I guess I should say they're also so strong they will like drain an entire health bar in one hit.
Oh yeah, no, they insta kill you.
There we go.
Got the chalice.
And it looks like our snake friend is moved on for now. The spirit has moved.
I am
Anyway,
bored now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So long, snake.
Okay,
Ow!
rest in peace.
Okay. Have my shield out. It's okay. But yeah, gotta be very careful of that there. Oh yeah, that's what I remember. What I was gonna say is that with the Scarecrows, I think it's happened to James. I know it happened to Caddy, but be careful where you stand because it is very possible for them to corner you, and there is no getting past them.
And they will eat your shield up.
Jeez. Okay.
Do these scarecrows like have an official name? Because I'm trying to find their character
Scarecrows.
model on the wiki.
They're just called
just
Scarecrows.
Scarecrow. Maybe
Okay.
evil Scarecrows. I don't know.
Maybe if I look back at one of the original videos, I can get a rep because I
Whoa!
kind of want to draw them now.
I messed up that Jerry dash.
No!
It's okay. I just dropped down. I just need to.
Okay, back
do
to normal.
better.
Do.
Oh,
Oh
Now
shit!
this is seriously a set piece that looks like it belongs in Silent Hill.
It does.
Or is
I
that
don't
something
get-
Double Dare?
this is some mad. Oh jeez, mad piece of equipment. Oh jeez, just jump, just move. There, a harvester part, which means I now gotta go
Here we
all
go.
the way
Enemies.
There you are.
back. I saved you some time though.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, Kalkatura.
it's like. I caught that camera.
Sorry. Yeah, so it's Kulkatura is the kindly serpent lord for all of 30 seconds. Anyway,
Hey, it's the 30 seconds that counts. Don't be picky.
Dare be
I need-
picky.
so I have a harvester part, and I'm gonna say I should have read the book first, because otherwise, when I actually lower the harvester part down, it's gonna kind of eat up my input. But I mean, it's fine. It's not like necessary for 100. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm just being a dumb
Yeah.
completionist. Then look at this Tim Burton ass thing.
Seriously.
Wow.
This is a crop harvester.
Well, time to
cod
put in
is
the
a
part
man's best
and let it go to work.
Oh,
By the
rocket.
way, here's some really cool concept art of the scarecrow.
Let me look it up here.
Ah,
I will-
and that's from the original game, right?
Yes,
Just making sure.
that's really cool.
I'll just pop it. Yeah, I'll pop it up here. But yeah, I really do appreciate what they're going for with
Oh,
this
yeah.
game. Very much was Tim Burton inspired with a lot of its stuff. And get out of here, bird.
I want to heal too.
Now, Bird,
Try to warn
you
you.
don't get a chance.
I want to heal too.
No.
And okay, that's plenty.
But that
and-
violence too, you know.
And the machine served its purpose.
Yep, got a bunch of gold.
I think the thing outright disappeared in the original
Oh
game.
boy.
Yeah, here it's just collapsing. Yeah, now we can finish this level proper. got my chalice, and where does this lead?
Pumpkin Gorge, dead ahead.
Uh-huh.
The nursery to Galomia's favorite side dish. Step inside and understand the true horror of fruit gone bad.
Oh god, don't remind me of fruit gone bad. And now all of a sudden it's making me think of a durian.
Oh.
Also, I'm pretty sure pumpkins aren't fruit.
Gaining
Yeah, no,
no,
pumpkins
no,
are
no.
gourd. Well, gourd is a vegetable,
way
yeah.
forward.
I was pretty sure pumpkins are
Off with
fruit.
a few zombies
No, that's tomatoes. Tomatoes are fruit.
can redeem its
Well,
Here, I'll look
pumpkins
it
have
up for
seeds,
you.
Don't they?
I know fruit. I know
Pumpkin.
fruit. Some actually, I think pumpkins are considered a fruit because fruit is considered a. It's considered a fruit if the seeds are inside of it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because like carrots don't have carrots don't have seeds inside the carrot, but like apples and I think even bananas. Actually, where do banana seeds come from?
I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, we gotta talk to this jerk again.
Hello.
Yeah.
Prove you wrong.
Hey, you.
Fortescue, you must be the luckiest corpse ever to walk the face of the earth.
Aye.
Thank
I
you.
have something here I can lend to you. Take it or leave it, but remember, I'm only doing this for the sake of Galomir's doomed population, and not for you, you gangly
Buffoon?
You're the boob, I say. Fine, I'll take your gold.
And I bet you won't look so good with a stapler to your head.
Thanks, Baldy.
Thank you. Oh yeah, so yeah. No, thank you. I'm glad somebody got the movie. I think that's
Well, it's
in
also-
some aspects. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's considered the only good, the closest thing to the only good adaptation they have out there, so.
I mean, I think in a number of ways that movie is Horton Hears a Who is actually fairly underrated.
Yeah, I thought Horton Hears Who was fine. It just
I
had
mean-
problems.
Some problems, yeah.
Yeah.
Decent but flawed.
And like I said, it's probably the closest we've got to like a genuinely good adaptation, past the 80s.
Yeah.
So this is where all those tasty pumpkins come from. They might find you tasty too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Xerox Evil Magic decided to also
They decided to pull a witch's ghost.
in a
Yeah.
in a tragic irony to most vegetarians, the vegetables are now our darkest enemy.
But
Died.
didn't we
Hey, you just
confirm
said
that
they
these
were a
things are-
fruit.
Yeah, I was about to say.
See, I told you they weren't.
Okay, what would be the fruit equivalent of vegetarians? People who only eat fruit. think
Fruitarian or something like that. Here, let me look it up.
I think vegetarian covers the whole spectrum.
I
me,
think so long
vegetables
as
and
meat's not
Oh,
involved, I
jeez.
think it counts.
Oh gosh,
that
okay.
be-
These,
Yeah, there's such thing as a fruitarian. I looked it up.
huh.
I was
I
also
learned
thinking
something new
maybe
today.
vegan.
No, vegan's a specific thing.
Vegan?
Yeah.
That's true.
Whoa.
Oop.
So it's the walking tall pumpkins that are walking tall that I need to be careful of because they actually deal a lot more damage, and I don't know what the difference is. Something that Hype and I both recounted was pretty neat is how some of the walking tall pumpkins walking tall kind of have this weird molten
Ow.
flame like appearance to them.
Yeah. I mean, look
I'm
at
not sure how.
They're like
well,
all
not these
roasted.
ones. You'll see. Oh,
Oh,
Lord, he-
okay over there?
Oh, wait.
oh Lord, he coming.
Any
on his
moment
way.
now.
He on his way, walking around,
Oh,
all
well.
downtown.
He served his purpose.
That was
I wish I could
funny.
have. I wish I
Oh,
could have
boy.
squashed him properly, but okay. Pumpkin bombs, yay!
Oh, gee.
So, yeah, I don't know what determines if these things become like actually molten, but some of them are, and I don't know. I always thought the glowing ember kind of looked as cool. Nice. Okay, I'm good.
It's very just unsettling, that's for sure.
Yeah, go that way.
Most especially
Yeah.
once you meet up with their master.
Oh, geez, yeah, agreed.
Question. What's stopping you from just inching along the side of that instead of just going
Invisible
down?
walls.
Oh.
They don't let you pull a crash
Do you
tube.
expect a skeleton with two left feet
Yeah,
to
those the glowing
actually
ember ones.
go through that kind of stuff very well?
Oh yeah, I see what
Yeah.
you mean. That ain't.
They don't want it to be. They don't want it to be too easy of a challenge. In those
Well, I just meant like the
some of these
pumpkins you were pointing out.
Oh, that and I was also agreeing with James. Like, yeah, they had some competence with the invisible walls and stuff, though. Oh, jeez, get out of here, die. Okay. Phew. Get rid of these pumpkin bombs. Because I want to read.
Up and down these magical mushrooms go. They
Ooh.
will take you higher
Okay.
and higher.
Pretty looking
but
water
be
there.
careful not
Even
to
though it's, you know,
fall.
murky and
I was about to say, it's
very
about as
clearly
pretty as
kill me.
swamp water can look.
I mean, that it'll clearly kill me if I set foot in it.
Right. Naturally, you just don't go in it. You can't swim.
By the way, take good care to the sound the mushrooms make.
Gross.
So, what was I gonna say? I never talked about. Oh, okay. Kind of a random like fan gushing moment here, but I was just like thinking of it was that like, okay, hear me out here, Jordy. 'Cause I
Yes.
don't know. I feel like James may have seen. I don't know if maybe Hype's seen it, but I'm curious if you had. There was an old there was this artist who goes by the name of Bleedman.
Uh-huh.
And in particular, he runs a website called Snafu or Interrobang or something like that.
Okay.
And one comic, as far as I know, I know him famously for like he starts like 7 different comics, but like never finishes any of them. Except I heard that he has finished a couple of them, and one of them that I remembered he'd finished that I thought was actually pretty like interesting, dark, and kind of fun to read was this comic he did that was based on like Billy and Mandy. But it mainly covered Billy and Mandy, but it also covered some elements of Powerpuff Girls, in particular, you know, the Devil Hymn, and it also covered them visiting Halloween Town because in the artist's headcanon or whatever.
Screw these roots, by the way.
Just knock them down. Just whip at them quickly. In the artist's headcanon, Grimm was like, I don't know, like a cousin of Jack Skellington or something like that.
Interesting.
I just remember he had a really...
That sounds like a Boneheads thing.
Probably was. Maybe it was
Kinda
Boneheads
does,
before.
yeah.
It was probably Boneheads before Boneheads, but yeah, I'm actually surprised that the Boneheads...
Cousin Jack, it is good to see you.
Yeah, did Boneheads ever include Grimm?
I don't think in any like
No.
actual. I don't think in any actual comics. I think the artist might have drawn him like once or twice.
I'll have to
that's-
look it up.
Well, darn, you're there we go, Jesus.
But I do
was like,
agree
well,
that is a bit of a missed like that would be a cool
he's
opportunity.
a fun little Bonehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's partly it's so funny when like he becomes like one of the more sympathetic characters in the entire like show when the Grim Reaper is that.
Why do I gotta be saddled with these 2 buffoons?
Well, that and like when and when Billy gets mad, it's like, oh, why you gotta go and say
Why
something
you gotta
like
go and
that?
say such awful things, Billy?
That's still one of my
It's
favorite
just-
scenes where it's like he gets like super aggressively defensive over like
No,
I the
this
only one that
is
understands the artistic integrities of this movie. This movie isn't stupid.
you're stupid. He's like- and then Grim immediately just takes all of the emotional brunt. Like, jeez. Phew, Sammy, this will lead me up to the end, but I don't want to go to the end yet. I need to get the chalice. So
yeah.
let's go back
backtrack to the
so I
beginning of the
backtrack.
level.
Yeah, because actually when I went through that tunnel system and actually skipped a couple enemy spawns, and again, you need literally every last one of them. There we go.
yeah, just if I could be somewhat topical, that whole thing of Billy going like,
Am I the only one that understands the complexities of this misunderstood masterpiece?
that is basically the Sonic fan base in a double damn nutshell right now. And
They're
I'm
trying.
I'm not even talking about the movie, sadly enough.
No.
They're trying. Oh, hang on.
Before the master of the vegetable patch, the prize-winning plant who can summon an army of cabbage with a wave of his noble tendril. He's delicious. He's nutritious. He's Zarok's secret recipe. He's a pumpkin cake.
No, not that one.
Ah, damn it!
I just feel like it'd be like him. He sees the pumpkin.
I was gonna say,
Yes, he totally would.
I do like actually. I don't think he would say that's not Jack, but I do still love the quick like pacing of I know him. That's not him.
Yes, like
Either that or.
We've
I
collected enough chalices.
Yep,
to
now you can go to the upper
upstairs.
floor.
And who do we meet?
First up to bat
One of
is
my-
not him, though. Oh boy, howdy!
Yeah.
I look forward to
He's a
meeting him.
decent.
ah, here you
This
are.
guy.
He's
The centaur.
he's the character I forget about.
What, the centaur? How do you forget about that fucking centaur?
Wait.
Why does he have that haircut?
The Ravenhooves. The centaurs.
I don't think that haircut existed back in the medieval times, did it?
To be fair, a lot of the stuff in this Double Dam game probably didn't exist back
Ooh,
in
a
the medieval
longbow.
times.
It's a bit slower. Oh. So I... Yeah, give it here. Give it here. So I don't think...
You don't quite have my breeding, Mr. Johnny Come Lately.
Oh, shut up.
But there's
Huh?
help for you yet.
I don't think we get flaming arrows just yet, but
Not
for
yet,
now,
yeah.
but for now we get ourselves a much more powerful ranged attack. It can deal again not as fast as the crossbow, but it can deal several points of damage if I get a good shot in, like from sniping from afar.
Just real quick, going back to the whole Mr. Johnny Come Lately. Where's Johnny?
So join us in the next part as we're now going to be tackling the Pumpkin King.
Not Jack.
I'll hail the real Pumpkin King. Bye.
Who's Johnny?